Grammy Crochet, and I'm in the dining room today because I need some space. So I want to welcome you to the dining room. I have a couple things to talk about. Well, yeah, a couple probably. You know, I'll come up with stuff. So thanks to all my new subscribers for coming in, and anyone that's been around and everyone that's been around for a while, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming back. So let's see what's to talk about today. I did have to go to Michael's. I had those giveaways for my birthday, and you know, there was they were for gift cards. Generally I wanted to do electronic gift cards, but the first person to respond just really can't do an electronic gift card. So off to Michael's I had to go. I know it was hard to do. And they did have some yarn on clearance. I didn't buy it all. I didn't buy nearly as much as I wanted to, but I bought yarn with purpose. So that's okay. I'm not on a yarn like ban. If it's at a good price, and if I have a purpose for it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy yarn at full price. Particularly yarn that I don't need at full price. So I'm going to show you that, but first, if y'all don't know Jan, an Alaskan crafter, and Laura, from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, y'all got to go see them. They are doing the hooker versus hooker, which is a challenge. It's just a challenge. It's like a double dog dare. There is no prize but bragging rights. And I'm not going to go into all the details of what you have to do or what you do, you know, what their whole thing is, because that'll take an hour. But this month's challenge is to create a bag using gray, blue, purple, and pink. You can only use those 4 colors. Worsted weight yarn. You can do any type of bag. It just has to be some type of bag. It can be a market bag. It can be a project bag. It can be a notions bag, notions pouch. It has to be able to hold and or carry something. That to the best of my knowledge. And so I am not a participant as far as I did that last month in December. We made a wreath, or was it November? I don't know. All the things run together after a while. Anyway, you have the 2 of them, Jan and Laura, and then they have another podcaster, which was me that month, and a subscriber who's willing to come on on the 2. You have to be 2 lives. And then there's a 2 other people, and I don't think it matters if they're subscribers or podcasters. They're just 2 other people. One that picks the pattern, one that picks the colors, or one that picks the project, and one that picks the colors. And then you use your own creativity to make a project using those colors for that type of project. And whoever does the best wins out of the 4 of them, the 4 that are on the live. As a non-participant, like I'm not going to be up on the live showing my stuff. I'm not in the competition, so that's it. A non-competing participant. That's the best way to do it. I'm a non-competing participant. I made a doggy bag for my new grand puppy. I think we're getting him on January 20th. It is a teacup chihuahua. He is a male. If you saw a couple of my other videos, I did Tank and Killer, his brother. Little teeny chihuahua keychains. Or backpack buddies or whatever for my 2 grandkids. The 2 that are getting the dog. Well, the real puppy is coming, and I know they're going to want to carry him around all the time. And he is a teacup chihuahua, so his mother weighs 5 pounds, his father weighs 7 pounds. Right now, he is, the last I saw a comparison, like a week or 10 days ago, He was smaller than a dollar bill. So I thought I would make them something to carry him in. And then they came up with this hooker versus hooker challenge of a bag. Well, he's a boy, so I didn't want to put really pink on it. Just saying. But as part of the challenge, we had to do that. And it doesn't have to be that you have to use a lot of any one color or equal amounts or anything like that. It's your own creativity. So I looked online at crochet dog carriers, dog, whatever. There were a couple, not too many. So I kind of looked at them, and I wanted this to be like a sling so that they can put him in there and he can like stay, but yet they could still be kind of hands-free, because they're kids and they would not intentionally drop him, but if he fell from their height, they're not real tall kids, either one of them, but if anybody drops him to the floor, he's gonna, chances are he's gonna get hurt because he's so small. So a tall, a Labrador puppy could easily fall from your lap and not get hurt. A tiny puppy, maybe not so much. So let me show you the yarns that I used, and then I'll show you the project, because I will submit a picture to they have created a Gmail email account for Hooker versus Hooker, and you submit as a non-competing participant, and you submit your projects to them, and they will put a slideshow together. So to support, I will do that. And it's been fun. It's been fun. So I used Mainstay. This is a Walmart brand in teal blue. I don't think it looks teal at all. I think it looks just bright blue. I love it. This was Scraps. I have no idea. It's purple. This was Big Twist, I think. I'm sure. I think it's Big Twist, but it was a scrap, so I don't know for sure. And my pink. So these are my colors, which I wish it wasn't a boy dog, because I would have used a lot more of that bright pink. Not that I have more of it, but I could have gotten more. I originally was going to use this, and then I decided on this. So do you want to see what I created? This is my doggy bag. It looks like this, and they can wear it as a crossbody, and it will hang, So I did, let's just go over what I did. I did the stripes in the gray, purple, blue, gray, purple, blue, and then I put this little, it's just a little bow, just a little sparkly pink that they can take off if they want to. It is closed in. I just did a big panel, and it's closed on this side. And then I made this mesh kind of part for this side, so that when he's in there, he can't fall out the back. Or pieces of him cannot fall out the back. He can see out the front. If he gets all up in there, he can see out the front. And his little feet and noses and whatever can come out. And he'll probably chew on it, I know. Puppies will be puppies. But if it lasts them until he's a little bit bigger and whatever, he'll stay warm in there. I did just double crochets. And, double crochets get holes, but I don't think he's going to fall out of this. I mean, I don't think his little feet will come through the holes. He won't be heavy enough to stretch it out, to make the holes big. He'll never get that heavy. And probably as a tiny puppy, when they get him, he won't be able to see out of the top. So I did not close off any of the top, just so his head could come through or whatever. I didn't do that because I wanted him to be able to walk around and, well, have room to move around and get comfortable. and you know, no worries of them falling out of the open top. So then I added the handle, and I just put it on there, like I sewed it up, and then I so I sewed up the sides, and then I went around and did a single crochet. That's what I did first. I single crocheted around and put the pieces together at the top. Then I sewed this side up, and then I put the handle on. So I just went, you know, new piece of yarn back and forth. I think there's 8 stitches. And then when I got to a certain height, I just, whenever I felt like it was the right time, I went into more of a mesh. It's 2, skip 1, 2, skip 1, 2. Still for my 8 stitches, and this could then be holes for buttons. So I added buttons to put the other side of the handle on, because Ari is a lot taller than Avery, and so the bag will fit them differently, and this would give them lots of room for an adjustable handle. And their mother is tallest of all, and if she were to ever think to stick him in there and wear him on her because he's lonely and crying and she needs to run the vacuum cleaner, you know, but they have a bigger dog who people might say, oh gosh, because the other dog weighs 120 pounds. Nina is the gentlest dog you've ever seen on the face of the planet. She carries a balloon in her mouth and doesn't pop it. She, you know, but she is a bigger dog, so she doesn't know that she's not a lap dog. So sometimes they're going to have that puppy up off the floor. Not that Nina would ever hurt him intentionally, but not intentionally. She's a bigger dog, you know. So sometimes they're going to not want them to run around and play together so much, because Nina smacks at him, she could hurt him. So if that's the case, then I think that, you know, Mary might put the dog in a strap and carry her around, just to keep the dog safe from the other dog. Nina loves to play. She does not play rough with anybody except my son. She doesn't play rough with the granddaughters because she's stronger than them by a lot, and she wouldn't hurt them. So we're not worried about her hurting the puppy at all. She will definitely mother the puppy. So that being said, it's still a little, you know, the puppy's going to be her paw, and the puppy, there's no, you know, if she tries to knock him out of her way because he's chewing on her toes or whatever, even just, you know, the movement of pulling her paw away, he could probably get hurt if she's not extremely gentle. And she is extremely gentle, but, you know, she is 120 pounds and he's going to be 2. So they have to be careful with that. And I thought even Mary might wear that, even though she's going to think it's really stupid, but she may end up thinking this isn't a bad thing to have when she can't be right there between the 2 dogs. But I reckon, I can definitely think that Nina has bad hips now. She's 8 years old and her hips are going. She will run on occasion, but she lays around a lot. And I could see that she would lay down and the puppy would just curl up with her, probably on top of her, and be warm and cuddly. So anyway, that is my finished object. And I finished also one of the Luck of the Draw big squares, you know, the big squares that Jaxie designed for us, and then I made little ones in a blanket. I have 1 square left to add to the blanket, and then the last row, which is sewed together. I just need to add the last square after the number is picked on Thursday. And then I can sew the blanket together and put the border on it. It'll need a border. Maybe even to make it the right size, it might need a border, but I think not. But the other blanket is done. and I'll show that in the Boggy Creek, the luck of the draw. I'll show that, and I'll probably show it I think we're going live tomorrow. I have blankets here. We'll be live on Billy's channel tomorrow. That's where everything will come in. Now, speaking of Boggy Creek, 2 weeks ago when we did Boggy Creek, I opened some blankets from Donna Cooper, who had designs that we have never seen before. I mean, I had never seen before. A lot of people out there had never seen before. She has given me, and I will print out the actual email and read it all on the next live of the patterns, and I'll list them. We'll get them listed in the description box where to get the patterns that were not free. But the pattern that everybody's like, what is that pattern? We've never seen it before. That was, now she told me it was a crochet tutorial originally. Excuse me. It was originally a crochet tutorial by Creative Grandma. She changed it to make it what looks like those hearts getting bigger in the ripple. That thing is so gorgeous. So she has written up the pattern and sent it to me. And I, in my Michael's shopping, shopped specifically when I saw that they had yarn on clearance. I was looking for either she said 4-ply, and I'm not sure what that is. I can never keep track of the plies and what that means. But looking at the yarn, I think she might have used like a 2 or a 3 weight yarn. I don't probably have enough 2 or 3 weight yarn in 3 colors to make a blanket. I have 2 and 3 weight yarns, but not enough that would be like a third of a blanket quantity in 3 colors. You know, like you need what, 800? I don't know what you would need. But I was looking to see, well, what does Michael's have? Am I going to need to order something, or can I work from my stash? I think it's important that it doesn't have, you need it to stay consistent with color for that pattern. So I bought yarn with that pattern in mind, and I wanted yarn that didn't have any halo, so you would see the stitch much more defined. So let me show you what I got, what I picked up. I didn't really even know how much to buy, but I picked it up in this particular yarn with the thought, don't mind that I'm off screen, I want to just dig out the colors out of the bag here. Here we go. She had some, like there were 2 that were like, the third color contrasted really greatly, like way darker. Mine are going to be more, not, you'll see. So anyway, I picked out this cream cotton, and it is 324 yards, 5.29 ounces, 296 meters, 150 grams. It says use a US 6mm hook. This color is light gray. And it is 87% cotton and 13% nylon. And it's a chain spun yarn. And actually, I really want to go back and buy more colors. It has no halo because it's like mostly cotton, but it's soft. It'll be heavy. It'll be a heavy blanket. But I bought it in this light gray. I bought it in this country blue, and then this is flamingo. So it's going to be these 3 colors. I think I'm going to go the gray, the pink to the blue. They had a dark blue, but it did not look at all good with this, and they only had 2 skeins of it. And they had one skein of light pink. They had no white. You know, it's on clearance, and I'm surprised it's still there. It was $3 a skein. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was $3 a skein. I bought, I think 5 or 6 skeins of each color, and I'm hoping that that's enough. And then I like the yarn, and I'm like, oh, you should go back and buy more of that. But I think it's a little thicker than what than the yarn she used, but with no halo whatsoever, I think it'll be fine. And if it doesn't work up to be, you know, to give me the stitch definition that I will be looking for, then I'll look at something else. But I'm gonna get started on it real soon. I want to finish. I have a couple of Boggy Creek blankets that need to be sewed together, and I want to get that done and that monkey off my back. And then I want to start this as a test pattern for her. But I don't think so. It's the last luck of the draw blanket, you know, the last square in that. So that won't take, you know, that'll be an evening, and that one's done. And then I have the blanket that I was ghost stitching for Laura, and I was putting smiley faces on it, and I did about, I don't know, 9 or 10 squares with smiley faces, and my thought was do one a day, but then it's pulling all that out and putting it all away, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It just gets to be too much of a hassle to pull it out and put it away, or leave it out, then it's a mess. And it takes me longer than I want to, you know, as far as time. By the time you put the eyes in the mouth and weave in the ends and then, you know, move on to the next one, it's like takes longer than I'm not having that much fun with it for the amount of time that it's taking to do it. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's taking way, it's not as much fun as I thought it was going to be. It's not keeping me wanting to go back and do it again and again and again, for like, I don't know, I think there's 49 squares. I think it's a 7 by 7, the size of the squares, you know, to make the 40-inch thing. I think I have to go, I'm not going to put it on 49 squares. I'm just not going to. So I put the squares that I put the faces on off to the side, and the squares that I am not going to put faces on, which is the rest of them. And I'm just going to reach in and grab, and every now and then I'm going to reach in and grab one and sew it to the next one, and reach in and grab one and put it to the next, you know, put them together. And every now and again I'm going to grab one of the ones that has a face on it. And that's how I'm going to put that blanket together. So when I get those 2 blankets put together, then I'm going to start on the spiked heart ripple with this yarn. I also picked up, while I was there, they had these on clearance for $1. It's just kitchen cotton. They call it Capri Echo Cotton. It's 96 yards, 1.94 ounces, 88 meters, 55 grams. This color is called Fruity Speckle. And it's just a 4-weight, I think, yeah. 4-weight, you know, kitchen cotton. They were on sale for $1. So I bought the last skeins that they had, which was only in this color, and I think there were 6 of them. I need new hot pads in my kitchen. Mine are all yucky and bad, and disgusting looking. Oh no, we aren't down. It's falling out of the bag. Let's see. That's what's in this bag. And there's another bag with 3 different yarns in it. Let me grab those real quick and show you. They had some of their Craft Smart value yarn on sale. I thought they were turning this all into loops and threads, and maybe that's why it's on clearance, but it was only a few colors. Well, a few colors left, a lot of colors that were no longer there. And they're neutral. Well, they're brown. Let's go with that. Actually, they're brown. So they had this one. which is called Toasted Almond, and it just reminds me of a teddy bear. And I bought all of those amigurumi, or I didn't buy, I received all those amigurumi books. So I bought 3 of this color. They were $2 a skein. That's a 4-weight, 100% acrylic, 354 yards, 7 ounces, 324 meters, 198 grams. And I'm like, yeah, for $2, I'm buying some. So I bought the, what did I say this one was? Toasted almond? Yeah, this one is toasted almond. And then they had the dark brown, which is called espresso. They had other browns, but they weren't on clearance, just these 2. And then they had this latte. They called this latte. And this is the Craft Smart multicolor. I don't get latte out of that because it's more gray than it is the cream color, but okay. But anyway, that's what this one was called. Now this one doesn't have as much yardage. It's 252 yards, 5 ounces, 231 meters, 141 grams. And I don't know, I mean, it's got the brown in it. I don't know, would you put those together? Maybe those 2? I think I would put it more with a gray. They didn't have any gray on clearance. And I have gray. But I think a gray and that would go well together to be like a neutral kind of blanket. I generally don't do a variegated print all by itself on anything. I think it's too busy, but I like it mixed in. And so when I can get some different colors of variegateds, you know, at a good price, I'll pick some up here and there, and then you know, add it into another blanket. Or like this could be a good luck of the draw if you added some creams and some grays and white, different shades, black, go all the way to black maybe. That could be a good base color for luck of the draw. That's how I tend to do my luck of the draws. I pull a variegated and then pull colors from the variegated to go with it. You know, that the variegated is made out of, or made with, made from, whatever. So that could work for luck of the draw sometime. I kind of like it with the lighter brown, but I would like it better with gray, I think. So anyway, that is my Michaels haul. And now I gotta put it away. Except these, I have to find a big project bag for those, because that's going to go into the heart, rippled heart blanket I'm so excited to make. And thank you, Donna Cooper, so very much for all the work that you put into that pattern. And I hope I can do it justice for you. And for all the other patterns that you, you know, and pattern information that you have given, that I will give out on Wednesdays live, so that everybody can have access to that information all at one time. So thank you again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and sharing and subscribing and all of that. I'm going to take pictures of my doggy bag. You guys thought I was getting a bag to put leftovers in, didn't you? Nope, doggy bag for the puppy. I hope the kids like it. I don't know. Sometimes they think Grandma's a little weird. Anyway, they like it when I make them toys and stuffed animals, though, I'll tell you that. So I think I'm going to put Tank and Killer. I'm going to attach them. I did, by the way, one more thing. I did look for keychain kind of things. There is somebody on my porch. I think I'm getting a FedEx. Anyway, I had some. I must have used them all because I can't find them now. And I've looked and looked and looked. So I'm going to have to get more of the keychain things. I'm going to get them off of Amazon. I looked at Michael's and I just didn't like what they had to offer. And for probably less money, I can get more product that I liked better from Amazon. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to order those as soon as I get done with this video so that I can add the backpack buddies. And I'm just going to clip them on, probably to this part, or into here. They're little killer and tanks. And I'll be seeing those kids this weekend. And Ari will also get her sweater. Can't wait to give that to her too. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video, probably tomorrow night. Luck of the draw. And this video will go out today or tomorrow. I don't know. Today's Tuesday, the 9th. And then definitely luck of the draw on Thursday. So I'll see you guys next video, next live, whatever. Have a great day. Bye.